Hi, welcome to Fast Easy Vegan. I'm Jocelyn. Today we're deviating from the norm of cooking out of my book. We're going to be cooking a recipe that I've called sticky baked tofu. It's spicy and chewy and so delicious. And this recipe was developed by Melanie Griffin. I'm sorry, Melanie McDonald. Melanie Griffin. Griffith. Yeah, no. Melanie McDonald. His website is A Virtual Vegan. She's really good. She's inventive, but she uses a lot of oil and a lot of floury things, stuff that I personally don't do a lot. But this recipe, I reduce the oil and it's so delicious. I've made this a number of times and I really wanted to share it with you. So the first thing you do is you're going to get your tofu into a tofu press. You want your tofu as dense as possible because it's supposed to be chewy. So this is like one of the, it is far and away the best tofu press I've ever used. I love my Tofuture. So press it for an hour or so, get all the water out that you can. And then you're going to cut it in half this way, okay? And then you're going to cut it into triangles. And the way I do that is that way. You make an X. And then that way. And that way. Look at all these triangles you now have. All right, so there's that. I just turned the oven on to 400 degrees. So adjust your oven, whether it's too hot or too cold. I have to put mine up a little bit. And now we're going to mix the sauce ingredients into sort of a bowl with kind of a flat bottom. And that is 1/3 cup of ketchup, a tablespoon of maple syrup. I don't keep maple syrup because I hardly ever use it and it goes bad. So I just have maple sugar that lasts forever. A tablespoon of maple sugar. Can you see okay? There, I think that's better. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce or tamari, depending on how gluten-friendly you are. 1 tablespoon of sriracha. This can also be sambal, olek, or any kind of spicy Asian sauce that you like. Now, she calls for 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Yikes. I put in 1 teaspoon, which will give you the flavor, and that's all you need. And 1 clove of minced fine garlic, and a big pinch of pepper. All right. You don't need salt for this one. So, mixing all that up, getting it all blended before we douse our tofu bits in there, our tofu triangles. There is a Chinese restaurant in Santa Barbara where they cook everything, but the chef is vegan, and they have this whole page of amazing vegan dishes. I love that place. That's the first time I had tofu triangles. Ah, my oven is singing. That means it's ready. So we're just gonna do the best we can with getting these really well coated. and putting them on a lined baking sheet. I use Silpat. I think it's magnificent. The stuff is magic. It does wear out eventually. I probably need to get some new ones. They get stained almost immediately. Don't worry about it. It doesn't mean anything. But when they start flaking off, then it's good to get new ones. Yeah, eating silicone bits isn't really part of the program here. Okay, we've got thick pieces, and then we've got thinner pieces. And it all works out just fine. Okay, the last two. With a little bit of sauce left over. Let me wash my hands, just rinse them off a little. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, we're going to put it into a 400-degree oven for about, what does it say here? 20 minutes. And then we're going to turn them over and do the same. Talk to you in 20. Okay, we're now 20 minutes into the future. Let me pull this stuff out of the oven. You can take a look at it. Oh yeah, it's coming along nicely. So, what we're gonna do now is turn these little babies over very gently. And then we're going to paint them with more sauce. I could actually have gone another 5 more minutes, but it doesn't matter. It's going to end up being really yummy and sticky. And I will say that if you taste the sauce and freak out because it's so spicy, it's not spicy by the time it cooks and absorbs. And tofu, being kind of a high-fat food, also counteracts spice. For some reason, it just works that way. Okay, there's that. Now, with the leftover little bit of sauce, I'm going to paint all of these as generously as I can. And we don't really need to save that sauce for anything, so why not? Okay. This isn't really painting, it's kind of like patting it on. Okay, that's about good. And then we're gonna put it back in the oven for another 20, and then we're done. Let's use up all this sauce because it's just so outrageously good. Okay, that does it. Back in the oven we go. And I'll see you in another 20. It's time. Let's check it out. Ooh, this looks so beautiful. Look at that. Oh, all sticky and toasty, and I'm so excited. First thing we're gonna do is taste it. Kind of chewy on the outside and pretty smooth on the inside. So good. Sorry, it's hot. You could do just over rice with a vegetable or salad on the side. You can do a stir fry and put these on the top. That would be delicious. But whatever you do with them, you're going to enjoy them. Unless you don't like spice, and then you need to leave it out, and it's still going to be delicious. So there we have it. It took a long time. It's not a fast, easy vegan recipe for sure, but it's not hard. It just takes some time. So maybe on a weekend, or if you have time during the day. Anyway, enjoy it. It's delicious, share worthy for sure. So have a great week. We'll see you next week. Bye.